It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We've got all the first-round action of the Champions Invitational coming your way. Andrew Catalan here, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. And Rich, can't wait to tee up our season. We're here together at Spyglass Hill.
Love this golf course. This is so fun. Some really great views on holes 1 through 5. And then the 6th hole, you go right back into the forest. This is not an easy golf course, but if you're able to keep your second shots on a lot of these holes below the green or below the hole, you're going to have a really fun day. You start missing it left and right or long, forget about it. It's going to wear you out.
Well, they can't all be good. John, what does his lie look like?
Well, they ended up in the deep stuff, but the lie could have been a lot worse.
Time now for the third.
That's the way to draw up a nice shot.
Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down. This putt is for par, and it would be a big one. While we have a moment, we want to show you the updated leaderboard, our featured player in a tie for third. Let's go out to the par 4 second.
Just a layup off the tee with a long iron, maybe a hybrid. The second shot straight up the hill, blind second shot. Getting it close is nearly impossible.
Oh, I can hear the golf claps around the course.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
That's a textbook swing on the approach shot. This putt from 6 feet away.
A really good look at birdie.
And a good job there as he moves to 1 under for the championship. The tee shot at 3. Going with pitching wedge here. That's a pretty good shot right there. A putt from 9 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Not enough behind that one.
And Matty Fitzpatrick now setting up with this look. Wow, that almost went in the hole.
Let's take a quick moment to look at the updated leaderboard. And we're on the tee of the par 4 4th hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Ooh, boy, not pretty.
Yeah, this is lovely. I didn't see that outcome from that lie. That was great work.
Henny, how tricky is this one?
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
Here's the par putt. Those are so frustrating. And just to finish up the bogey. No longer in the red, he falls to even par for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
So we skip across to the 5th tee, Rich, the last of the holes that are built into the sand dunes.
Yeah, it's just around 195 yards, and there's a narrow sliver of green on the front right where it's really difficult to get the ball close. But if the pin's up top left, you got a good opportunity to hit it within 15, 20 feet and have a birdie opportunity.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Big par saver coming up for this fella. Just 2 shots back after that hole. All right, as we leave the sand dunes, we start to head back towards Del Monte Forest. This 6th hole really sets the tone for the final 13 here.
Could be the hardest hole on this golf course, Luke. Straight uphill the entire way. The second shot always plays at least 1 club, if not 2 clubs longer.
Playing this shot from 120 yards.
2 strokes off the lead.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
This for 2nd on the leaderboard. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
This one looks like it will be breaking to the left.
Ooh. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
He's shaking a little bit. It's a big putt. It's to go in front of Brooke Henderson.
That is disappointing. Never hit it.
Just a short putt remaining here.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
We make our way to the par 5 7th hole.
Find the fairway, and the decision now gets interesting. Do I go for it And try and avoid the water on the left-hand side or missing it out to the right, we have an impossible chip to a green that severely slopes from right to left.
Setting up in the first cut. Aggressive play on the par 5, and it pays off.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Henny is right there.
Setting up this putt 17 feet from the cup.
This is a putt to move into the top 5. Did not hit it. The par putt. And the person out in front of the field right now is Max Homa. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Narrow opening up there on the fairway. Trees both left and right, and this fairway cambers significantly from left to right. Second shot straight up the hill. A very tough par 4 indeed.
Well, Rich, not only is Max extremely talented on the course, but everyone seems to love him off the course as well.
The king of Twitter now roasting all the other players in the field this week. What an unbelievable performance. This guy's got it all. His swing is phenomenal. The short game is there, makes the big putts when he needs to. His game all around is as good as anybody's when he's in full flight. It's a lot of fun to watch him play.
Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Time to get back to the course. He's got this putt for birdie. After that hole, our featured player is making a move. Now to the finishing hole of the opening 9. It's a par 4.
Just avoid the fairway bunker down the right-hand side, and you should have a clear opening to a green that sits well above you on the second shot.
Okay, that'll play. This is a good 130 club. Only 2 back of the lead.
Drawing it in there beautifully.
This one's going right there. There was a game plan there, and that approach was executed nicely. How about this birdie putt? So close. 3 feet to the cup. Just an empty feeling when you hit an approach shot like that, Rich, but still come away with a par.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
This looks like a really strong tee shot. Wow, it's just green after green. It's a machine.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Oh, that one looked pretty good off the blade, and it's looking pretty good on the green too.
There could be company at the top if this putt drops. Not enough pace on that one. And to tap in as we move on to the next hole. As we move on to the next hole, we take a quick peek at the leaderboard, and he is in a tie for 4th.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The 11th, Rich, another good 2-shotter despite it being a par 5, but you must get a good drive away here.
You must hit it past this corner down the left-hand side to open up the green. If you do, then you have the opportunity to go for it in 2. However, do not come up short right. The bunkers around the green are absolutely horrific.
And look at that. Focus solely on the green. This is a bold play.
That might not have found the green there, Rich, but that is a brilliant play right up on the fringe.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
A par putt on the table.
Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Just one off the lead after that hole. The second 9 at Spyglass Hill has some wonderful par 3s. Let's start with the 12th.
And this one just begs you to try and knock it in there close. But that water comes in closer on the left-hand side than you can possibly imagine. Bail out to the right, take your par, and move on.
Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad. That's inside the house of opportunity.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
So close. And that should secure the par on this one. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
Wondering if it was nerves that came into the equation there, being just one off the lead.
The 13th, Rich, another one of these brutally strong par 4s.
It is. Just like the 6th, you got to avoid the bunkers that are dotting this fairway, and the second shot is straight up the hill, and it plays at least two clubs longer. Pretty good shot there.
Standing over his second shot.
And just one shot off the lead. Going with the pitching wedge here.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That'll make par a lot easier to make from there. A chance to get one under the card with this putt. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
And this putt to move into a tie for third. Yeah, that was slightly misjudged.
And that finishes up the efforts with a tiny little tap in.
Sitting at 1 over for the event. The 14th at Spyglass Hill, a wonderful par 5. Most have to play it as a 3-shotter.
This is a bail wedge par 5. Bail your tee shot left in the fairway, out to the right with your second shot, and wedge it on the green.
Oh, that was pure. Lining up from about 230 yards here. Just a couple back from our leader.
Ah, yes, the gentle fade, the buttercut, if you will.
Ooh, staying aggressive, going for the green. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
A tricky little slider here, downhill, moving to the left.
That's great golf there. Almost an eagle.
If he can hold this, he'll move inside the top 5. Trailing by a stroke after that hole.
Okay, we've hit the 15th. It's a par 3.
This one's looking pretty good.
8 feet left to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
That one comes up short. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer.
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
And that one hits a tree. Second shot on the 16th hole. On the green, that's always mission number 1. Now to Brooke Henderson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
This is looking good. Is it going to go?
Oh, just snuck over the edge there.
Trying to get to 1 under with this putt. This one is 5 feet away.
This for par.
That looked good, but just not enough pace. Okay, we're done with that hole. And after that hole, he is slipping in the standings. A par 4 here.
A severe dogleg from right to left. This is just a long iron fairway wood hybrid out to the center of the fairway to a very short second shot up the hill. This is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
And we're looking at the second shot on 17. A lot to like about that one. Here's Brooke Henderson.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Okay, time now to get back to live play. Well, this would be really nice to get a birdie opportunity. That goes in for birdie, and that's exactly what our featured player needed coming off bogey on the last hole. And now into the top 5 on the leaderboard. We've hit the 18th hole. It's a par 4. This one appears to be fairway bound. Looks like about 120 yards left. Just 2 strokes off the lead.
That's the way to draw up a nice shot.
Really well done. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place. Oh, that's the way you finish. A birdie on the closing hole. A lot to like about his round today, and as he takes a look at the leaderboard, he's in 2nd place.
There's some good golf out there for sure. It should be a fun next 3 days.
It's been a great day. We thank you for joining us. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you soon. "2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The final round of the Champions Invitational is coming up next. Andrew Catalan back with you. Thanks for joining us today. Ready to go on 2K Sports. Our leader sits at 2 under par. Let's get down to the first hole. That appears to be a very good line off the tee. Second shot here on the first.
He is taking this on.
This one greenside in the rough. "16 feet to the cup."
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
Well, this one's going to break pretty hard to the left.
It's so frustrating to leave it short. Opening hole bogey. That's something I'm used to.
Not a great start right there, but plenty of holes left in the round.
Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
Just a layup off the tee with a long iron, maybe a hybrid. The second shot straight up the hill, blind second shot. Getting it close is nearly impossible.
I'm being told John has more. John, what can you tell us?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th.
All right, let's get back to the action. Just off the fairway in the first cut. This is pitching wedge on the way. A tap in for birdie. You gotta love it. The putt goes in. That's a birdie, and that's the way you bounce back. He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. Stepping on to the par 3 third. This is a 9-iron on the way.
Yep, okay. This is at the green. He seems to have zero regard for the fact that he's playing against a multiple major champion here. Just firing off approach shots like that. Wow.
Here's a look at the way things stand. Our featured player is in a tie for second.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 fourth.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Not much good that we can say about that shot. Rich, you have to be really impressed with how Brooke Henderson has evolved.
Her swing, I think, is probably the best in the game, both men's and women's. The way that she swings it each and every time, it's dynamic, it's strong, but it's also got this finesse to it. She's the complete player all around when it comes to ball striking.
We're back. Time to have more live play. And a 4-footer left. Before we move on, we take a look at the leaderboard, and he is in second.
Teeing off here at the 5th. That's a good stock shot, the fade, isn't it? Going with the hybrid. Time to resume the play at the 10th hole.
Colin Morikawa setting up his shot.
4 shots behind our leader.
Ooh, this is gonna work.
A birdie putt awaits. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Looking good.
Now that's a mistake. How do you leave that short? Yep, well done. And now at 3 under overall. The 6th is a par 4.
Could be the hardest hole on this golf course, Luke. Straight uphill the entire way. The second shot always plays at least 1 club, if not 2 clubs longer. John, talk to us. What do you got for us?
Down on the 9th hole now, guys. This is Justin Thomas's next shot.
I like the pace on this putt. Come on. Oh, my. And back to the play, shall we? Playing from around 110 yards out.
Currently a shot off the lead.
Beautiful shot. Really managed that well in the wind.
And now this for a share of the lead. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. He finds himself with a share of the lead.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Teeing off now on this par 5.
Find the fairway, and the decision now gets interesting. Do I go for it and try and avoid the water on the left-hand side, or missing it out to the right, we have an impossible chip to a green that severely slopes from right to left?
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
What a great shot on the par 5, on and 2.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
You gotta love a downhill left-righter.
So close. This putt is from 9 feet away.
This for a birdie.
Not sure if that was a misread, but it comes up short. As we head to the next hole, our featured player is currently tied for first. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 4.
Narrow opening up there on the fairway. Trees both left and right, and this fairway cambers significantly from left to right. Second shot straight up the hill. A very tough par 4 indeed.
This shot from about 110 yards away. That's another green in reg.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Not enough behind that one. Well, after an approach shot like that, Rich, that feels like a wasted opportunity. Here's a quick look at the leaderboard, and he has a 1-shot lead. We're at the 9th. It's a par 4.
just around 430 yards on the scorecard. You find the fairway, second shot uphill to a green that chases severely from right to left. A strong par 4 indeed.
Time now for an on-course update. Here's John.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 14th.
Starting it way outside the hole.
Okay, here we are again, back live.
Drawing it in there beautifully.
This wind really starting to get up. That was well managed.
This putt for a birdie. Did not hit it. And a tap in left for par. Just an empty feeling when you hit an approach shot like that, Rich, but still come away with a par. We begin the back nine here on the 10th hole. Wow, he's going to like that one. Why don't we take a look at some highlights from Colin Morikawa?
Well, I wonder what happens with this approach.
I gotta say, I'm glad we got another look. That is in there close.
Not a bad shot right there. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. All right, Henny is with this group. Henny, what do you see?
This is a 12-footer here.
Those are so frustrating. This putt is for par. Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard.
As we head now to the par 5 next.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Well, he made an explosive start to his professional career, put a couple of majors already in the kit bag. He's clean cut, he's fresh, he flushes his irons. There's a lot to like about Colin Morikawa, isn't there?
There is. I mean, straight out of college, winning early before he even had his PGA Tour card. And you're like, you know what? This guy's got some game. And then as we quickly found out, major championships later, he's got a lot of game. And, you know, it looks like he's, I wouldn't say robotic, because that's not the right word. He's tenacious in what he does, but it looks the same the entire time. But inside, his gears are working. He's really out there hitting different shots, different targets, working the ball, you know, usually left to right, you know, a 5-yard or a 6-yard. I mean, he's that exacting. He's one of those players you look at and you're going, no, I don't want to play with him. No, don't put him near the lead with me. No, stop that.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Well, what a shame. A 3-putt for par there. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we are at the par 3 12th hole.
And this one just begs you to try and knock it in there close. But that water comes in closer on the left-hand side than you can possibly imagine. Bail out to the right, take your par, and move on.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
Putting for birdie here.
Pace is always important. Get that speed right. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
It may be short, but it's not cute. There's a lot of break in this.
And it's a 1-stroke par for our leader over the field. Welcome to the par 4 13th hole. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. He's setting up for his second shot.
Currently in the lead by a shot. Opting for the 9-iron.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Johnny Mack, what's the news?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 18th.
I think he's caught that one quite nicely. Oh, so close. Okay, let's get back to the action. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. And that will take him to 5 under. Teeing off now on the 14th hole.
This is a bail wedge par 5. Bail your tee shot left in the fairway, out to the right with your second shot, and wedge it on the green.
Handy effort, that one. Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. A 7-footer right here.
He's got this one for birdie.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
To 15, it's a par 3.
In good form, birdie at the last, looking to add on to that.
Going with pitching wedge here.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be on the green.
Wow, our leader's got it going today.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
While we have a moment, let's flash back to earlier today at the 18th hole.
Oh, how good is that? JT with another beauty.